मास्टर सर, एक प्रश्न मला स्वतःला विचारायचा आहे, आपली परवानगी असेल तर.
हा, बोला ना, बोला.
सर, आपण नेहमी दिवसाचे 24 तास, आठवड्याचे सर्व तास, महिन्याचे सर्व तास शिक्षणासाठी, देशासाठी खर्च करण्याचं मी आपल्या वाचनातून मला दिसून आलं. आपण आपल्या कुटुंबाला, आपल्या मिसेसना, आपल्या आईला, आपल्या मुलांना, आपल्या सुनांना, आपल्या नातवांना कसा काय वेळ देता, त्याबद्दल थोडंसं आम्हाला कोड आहे. जर त्याबद्दल थोडं सांगण्यात खूप आवडेल.
त्याची माझ्याकडे एक जादू आहे बरं का. आपण म्हणतो की वेळेची निर्मिती करता येत नाही, यू कांट क्रिएट टाइम. तर मला ते करण्याची हे आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये काय असतं तुम्हाला मी एक सांगतो बघा. काम करण्याची एक पद्धती असते, कळलं की नाही. किती वेळ देता हे महत्वाचं नाही, त्या वेळात तुम्ही काय करता हे महत्वाचं आहे. आणि आपण क्षमतेच्या खाली काम करतो नेहमी. मला आठवतं की जेव्हा मला बरीच वर्ष झाली त्याला, म्हणजे 1980 सालाची गोष्ट आहे. ज्यावेळी मला पार्थसारथी, जे इंदिरा गांधींचे हे होते, त्यावेळी सल्लागार होते, त्यांनी मला त्यांचे काम करण्याची पद्धत सांगितली होती बरं का. ती काय होती माहितीये का, की त्या फक्त 4-5 तास झोपायच्या बरं का. आणि त्यांच्या फाईल क्लिअर करायचं जे काम असायचं ना, तर ते करताना ते काय करायच्या, त्यांच्या हातात एक फाईल असायची, ती ते वाचायची आणि दुसरं कोणीतरी त्यांना दुसरी फाईल वाचून दाखवायची. दुसरी. ह्याचा अर्थ काय, डोळ्यांनी ते पाहतायत आणि ते सगळं त्यांच्या डोक्यात जाते, कानाने ऐकतायत आणि तेही डोक्यात जाते, कळलं का. आणि त्या दोन्ही फाईल्स ते निर्णय घ्यायचे. आणि कधी कधी तो हे करणारा असतो, वाचणारा असतो, तो थोडा स्लो व्हायचा. नाही, बोलते जाऊ, चलते जाऊ. जेव्हा मी ऐकलं, म्हटलं आपण का नाही करू शकत, आणि मी ते करायला लागलो. त्यामुळे मी एकाच वेळी बरीच कामं करू शकतो बरं का. म्हणजे मला अजून आठवतं, माझा एक रिसर्चमध्ये माझा ब्रेक थ्रू झाला होता. मी टेलिव्हिजन शो बघताना माझ्यासमोर माझे रिसर्चची काही इक्वेशन्स मी लिहित होतो आणि त्यावेळी मला ते पाहता पाहता कल्पना आली. चालता चालता मला बऱ्याच अशा, सकाळी फिरायला जातो आपण, त्यावेळी कोणता विचार करतो हे आपल्यावर असतं. आता उदाहरणार्थ माझी चालण्याची हे सांगतो तुम्हाला. मी 45 मिनिटं रोज चालतो, कळलं का. आणि चालताना मी नुसतं असं हे करत चालत नाही. रोज मी एक नवीन व्याख्यान याच्यावरनं ऐकतो. 2 व्याख्यानं तरी मी ऐकतो. टेटचे म्हणा किंवा याचं म्हणा, ते म्हणा, 20 मिनिटाचे एक साधारण 2 लेक्चर्स. आता कल्पना करा की जर एका वर्षामध्ये, कळलं की नाही, जर मी समजा 200 दिवस चाललो तर 400 लेक्चर्स मी ऐकतो चालतो. आपण म्हणाल, एक तर तुम्ही चालाल किंवा ऐकाल. मी चालतो आणि ऐकतो, आणि ती गाणी नव्हे तर नवीन ज्ञान, कळलं का. तर त्यामुळे मला सांगायचं असं आहे, आणि त्याच्यामुळे मी काय करतो, मी वेळ निर्माण करतो माझ्या कुटुंबासाठी. कारण जे काम करतो मी, हे अशा प्रकारे मी करतो. त्यामुळे एका वेळी मला आठवतं, मी एक वेळ अशी होती की मी 39 संस्थांचा अध्यक्ष होतो, आणि तरी सुद्धा मला शांत झोप यायची रात्री. तर आपण काम कसं करतो, कळलं की नाही, ते महत्वाचं आहे.
येस, खूप खूप धन्यवाद. मी आता ज्या टीचर्सचे माझ्याकडे प्रश्न आलेले आहेत मास्टर सर, मी त्यांना विचारायला सांगतो. मिसेस हेलन, प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ बाल विकास विद्यालय. पहिला प्रश्न, हेलन मिस, प्लीज.
Thank you, Sailesh sir, and good morning to everybody. And respected Mashelkar sir, very privileged today to be here and speaking to you. I have one question, respected sir. The new national education policy, which is meant to be student friendly, suggests admission to all higher education program should be based on standardized test scorers conducted by the National Testing Authority. Sir, my question to you is, don't you think that will again bring down the importance of school teaching and encourage teaching institutions that operate with little or no relation, and further eroding the use of examination and assessment conducted by the schools, colleges, and universities. Sir, your valuable opinion on this?
Yeah. So I think it goes back to what I said little
Yes,
earlier,
sir.
because education, the bigger purpose, as I said, is not only Jnana Savardhan, but also Vyaktimatva Savardhan, Vritti Savardhan, Vichar Savardhan, Kshamata Savardhan, etc. So I think our education system must be able to test that out. All right. Now, how do you create that? That is my major challenge, by the way. Education is all about learning, doing, and being. Learning, yes, like we are doing by doing is by hands, but being is being part of the society, so as to say. You know, so I think there have to be higher levels of evaluation, different types of evaluation. And very frankly, I can tell you now what is happening is that there are big companies now who don't care about degrees, by the way. They just don't care about degrees. They look at individuals and see whether they have those qualities, like the ones that I talked about. 5 qualities that they test out are complexity, critical thinking, creativity, innovation, emotional intelligence, and co-creation. Forget about whether you know Archimedes' law or Newton's law, Einstein's law, etc. They don't care, as a matter of fact. So you have to realize these new realities, so as to. And more you box it in, the more difficult it will be, basically. Because education, there has to be enormous amount of flexibility, freedom to do things. All right. For example, I'll just give you a specific example, just to illustrate the point, because it's a very good point. For example, we put specific restrictions on teachers. This is the course content. You have to complete it. You have to do this. Number of hours, this, that, and the other. You know, I myself have been a teacher. I was at University of Delaware. I was a visiting professor there. I used to teach a course on fluid mechanics. And there what used to happen was that there was a class of 90. So all 90 will not be in one class. 30, 30, 30. Because, you know, eye contact and the rest of it. And I used to get bored, you know, saying the same thing again and again. So I started experimenting. I went to the library, got a video cassette on low Reynolds number, hydrodynamic, whatever, etc. 45-minute class, I would show them the video for 15 minutes. And then I will immediately distribute question paper. You know, what would that question paper be on what they have seen? Because there are 3 things: observation, analysis, and synthesis. How do you observe? How do you analyze in your head? And how you synthesize something? That is what it is all about. I used to test it. And I remember that chemical engineering department of Delaware was among the top 3 in America at that time. And the students, when they did the evaluation, I was ranked as number 1. There were all Atirati Maharathis there, you know, basically. And there is this thing there, the students do the evaluation. There are 25 questions, and they are very subtle questions. Like, for example, does your professor have the ability to see that you are lost? That means you are in a class, oh, David, you are not with me. You know, that kind of a thing. And one fellow had said that he had gone out of the way to say that Mashelkar, Professor Mashelkar, has made me discover myself. I don't know how to thank him. I will maybe name my firstborn child after him. Why I'm telling you all this story? There's a complete flexibility, complete transparency in terms of students evaluating the teachers, in terms of my doing experiments. You get my point? And those experiments, and they allow that particular freedom. So our educational system, finally, the bigger purpose. What is the bigger purpose? Learning. And as I said, Manus Gadona Shikshan. You get the point? So these are my personal views, by the way.
सर खूप खूप धन्यवाद. सेकंड प्रश्न आहे डॉक्टर रूपा शहा. रूपा शहा, प्लीज.
Thank you, sir. Sir, my question is, how can we inculcate urge for creativity and research attitude in students so that we can stand strong?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. As you saw, among the 5 things that I listed, creativity and innovation is Now, there, I think most important point is that creativity and innovation happens when you are allowed to do things differently. You are allowed to play around. I remember I was a member of Prime Minister's National Innovation Council in the earlier era. And I remember we had proposed a program called Tod For Jod, that we will create Tod For Jod Center. Now, of course, there are Atal innovation centers
Yeah.
doing pretty much the same thing, but we are called them Tod For. But Tod For Jod was important because we should allow the children to break things and make things. Our tendency is that don't touch it, it will break, you will spoil it, and so on and so forth. So creativity happens when you are allowed that particular freedom. Creativity happens when you are allowed to ask questions. Creativity happens when you can find not one answer, but multiple answers to the same question. That ability. I'll again tell you a story, by the way, on this. I'm a visiting professor, what is called the Sir Louis Matheson Distinguished Professor at Monash University, which is among the top 5 in Australia. And I teach courses on innovation there. Every April, I spend there. This year, because of COVID, I could not. Next year, I will do. Now, there, I do a simple experiment for undergraduate. I take sort of a glass of water, I don't have it here, half filled, just keep it, and ask them, I go around, basically. I say, I want to take the water out of this, half filled. How will you do that? So first student says, just pour it. Second has this creative destruction, as we call it. He says, break the glass. Third fellow says, boil it, warm it. Fourth fellow says, put some tissue paper in it, capillary action. Next fellow, remember that story of crow. You remember the stones?
Yeah.
Okay. And after 7 or 8, they stop. Okay. And I tell them there are 46 ways of doing it. Okay. Just think about it. There are 46 ways of doing it. And it uses several things. Now, our education system is one that for a standard question, there is a standard answer. And you don't give that answer, you get 0. There is never one answer. I mean, in science, yes, Avogadro number you can't change, Newton's law you can't change. But for everything, there are multiple paths.
Yes.
So this is the basic challenge today. All right, and that we have to change. But there again, I will tell you something interesting. I am the president of Jnana Prabodhini. And there was a sort of a gathering of students. At that time, I posed the same question. And I said, by evening, 6 o'clock, I gave them my email ID and said, the student who sends me the maximum correct answers, I will give you 5,000 rupees. And several entries came. And one girl, I forget her name now, said, sir, you had asked about 46, I'm giving you 47 answers. Not that they were all correct, but the confidence that sir is asking me 46, I will give you 47. That is how creativity is created.
Yeah.
Got it, Rupa?
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
The next question is Dr. Lalit Kumar Wadhwa, Principal, Nudal Maharashtra Engineering College. Dr. Wadhwa, sir, please. Is he ready?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good
Sir,
morning.
you already discussed about education to home, digital learning. So my question is very simple. It is related to the teacher. As a teacher, it is very difficult to adapt the fast changes happening surrounding us. So how you can give advice how the teacher should do in this digitalization world? That is my question, sir.
I understand. I'm also a 77-year-old. Okay.
Yes.
And I learned all that because otherwise I would survive. I think it's not too late to sort of learn at all, as a matter of fact. I sort of remember, I am the president of this International Longevity Center India, which looks at the old people, basically. And I have seen, as a matter of fact, that we do a number of things to help old people. And one of the challenges that we had was the following: that since the world is becoming digital, we said that digital learning is a must, and there must be certain sort of minimum things you should be able to do. And we are talking about a group of 80-year-olds and so on, by the way. And it is amazing. We started creating sort of these programs for them, and they become the most popular ones. And finally, we could not cope. So those who had actually learned from that, they became teachers, and then they become teachers, and that is how it was basically spread. So I think I always say that there is no limit to human imagination, no limit to human achievement, no limit to human capacity, excepting the limits we put on ourselves. This is not something difficult at all. In fact, I would say it is easy. And very frankly, digitalization has not only come to stay, it is going to dominate our our life in future. So no matter how old you become, basically you will always be sort of creative. I was saying somewhere else, Hildebrand and Scott, he wrote his book, Diffusion in Solids, some structural considerations, when he was celebrating his 100th birthday. At 93, Sir J.I. Taylor, wrote a paper on his own in fluid mechanics on stability of soap bubbles. And my great guru, Bharat Ratna, Professor C.N.R. Rao, 86, what he says is, my best is yet to come. He has got Bharat Ratna and everything other than basically Nobel Prize. So biological age, according to me, has no meaning at all, as a matter of fact. It is how old you feel. That's all.
Thank you. सर अजून एक 4 प्रश्न आहेत. आहे वेळ ना सर? प्लीज.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yes.
I'll take 2 of them because I have another webinar at 11:30.
It's okay. I will quick with Mrs. Sheikh. Please be short. Principal Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda School.
Samshad Sheikh.
Sheikh, madam, please.
Good morning, sir. My question to you is, I had read one tweet made by you that innovation is way to take one from Saraswati to Lakshmi. Sir, as a teacher, I would like to know the role of your teacher to make you innovative student.
Yes. No, actually, my first teacher was Principal Bhave, who taught me science. And a lot that I learned from him was from him, and it is a myth that it requires a lot of money to do experiments and this, that, and the other. And this is a famous experiment now because it is all in the textbooks, basically. But still, I will repeat, because I will go beyond what the textbook says. On just doing the correct experiment, how you can induce innovation and creativity and so on and so forth. So, as you know, I went to a very poor school because my mother could not gather 21 rupees for admission in 21 days. So all the top schools were closed. And but that poor school had rich teachers, and Principal Bhave was one of them. He taught science. And what he did was, basically, he would not just do chalk and talk. All right? He would take us into laboratories of life. For example, soap making. You know how to make soap? You must be knowing all the chemistry, formula, and so on and so forth. All of us can answer that and get even 12 out of 10. So perfect. But how many of us have seen soap factories? Hardly any. I remember those days there were trams, not buses, by the way. He used to take us. And that 5 paisa ticket, I didn't have the capacity. He was a poor fellow himself, but he would take. And we went and saw the Sivri factory on how soap making was actually done. I remember going to Ambernath, the Vimco factory, Kadhechi peti kashi banwaiji. We saw that. So that observation was very important. And that experiment that he did, the famous experiment, the convex lens, and then he had a piece of paper, moved it up and down. There was a bright spot and it burned. And he said, like this, if you focus, you can achieve anything in the world. But that experiment changed my life. First, as I grew, I saw more meaning in it. For example, here is a convex lens. What does it do? The sun's rays are all parallel, right? And what is the property
Yes,
of parallel lines? They never meet. What does the convex lens do? It makes them meet. So I created this concept of convex lens leadership. So when I took over as director of National Chemical Laboratory, NCL, where biochemistry division, physical chemistry division, inorganic chemistry division, organic chemistry division, and division. And there were divisions. I said nothing big, one NCL. When I went to CSR, 40 labs fighting with each other. I said nothing doing. Team CSR, one CSR, focus. Okay. So I got some leadership lessons from that. As I moved around, I started thinking about renewable energy in 1960.
great.
Why? Because I said, in order to burn a paper, normally I will use Rockwell or something like that, right? Kadachi peti vagere. Why do I have to do that? I can hold it in the sun. And I started thinking about solar energy at that time. Can you just imagine that one little experiment, and how much did that lens cost? Not 10 rupees. So what you do matters, and what lessons you give actually matters, and that can be transformative for young students. So you have tremendous role to play, by the way.
सर
Thank you, sir.
सौजन्य बकरे कांतिलाशा विद्यालय. सौजन्य, please be fast, be quick. Saujanya is there?
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, Marshall sir has given answers of all the questions related to teachers and students. I want to ask you, sir, that it is well said that students' progress is depending on 3 pillars: or first teachers, then students, and the third one is parents. I want to ask you, sir, that how can we as a teachers can involve parents as co-educators in students' learning process?
No, that's an excellent question. As a matter of fact, parents have a fantastic role to play, by the way. In my life, they have played. For example, my mother, she was uneducated, but she set standards for me, basically. म्हणजे मला आठवतं, मला गणितात नेहमी 100 मिळायचे, पण कधी कधी 97 मिळायचे. आय वॉज हॅपी. ती बसायची आणि म्हणायची, तुझे 3 मार्क कुठे गेले बघ. मी 97 कडे बघत होतो आणि ती 3 कुठे गेले तिकडे बघत होती. कळलं की नाही? म्हणजे हे जे घरातनं आपल्याला हे मिळतं हे फार महत्वाचं असतं. मला अजून आठवतं दुसरं, की म्हणजे अशी महत्वाकांक्षा कशी वाढवायची. आज हे जे गुरुने करायचं असतं तसंच यांनी करायचं असतं. तर मला ती स्टोरी आठवते. आमचे प्रोफेसर CNR राव, माझे गुरु. मी FRS झालो. जसं मगाशी सांगण्यात आलं की एकच महाराष्ट्रीयन आतापर्यंत ज्याने सही केलेली आहे 360 वर्षामध्ये. मोठा ऑनर. मी त्यांना फोन केला आणि म्हटलं, सर मी हे झालो, FRS झालो. ते काय म्हणाले माहितीये का? नॉट बॅड. मला फार वाईट वाटलं. बरं मी एवढा. त्याच्यानंतर मी अमेरिकन अकॅडमी ऑफ आर्ट्स अँड सायन्स हे झालो. ती एवढी मोठी, फक्त 7वा भारतीय बरं का, 1780 नंतर वगैरे वगैरे. फोन केला त्याला, नॉट बॅड. अमेरिकन अकॅडमी ऑफ इन्व्हेंटर्स मी झालो. एकटाच बरं का, 7वा वगैरे नाही, एकटाच आतापर्यंत. तरी सुद्धा ना. म्हटलं सर मी काय करायला पाहिजे? तर त्यावेळी त्यांनी मला सांगितलं की यू आर क्लाइम्बिंग अ लॅडर ऑफ एक्सलन्स विच इज अनलिमिटेड. द ओनली लिमिट इज व्हॉट यू पुट ऑन युअर सेल्फ. आणि म्हणून मी मुलांना सांगतो की रोज तुम्ही म्हणा, माय बेस्ट इज यट टू कम अँड मे बी टुडे इज द डे. त्यामुळे आताच, म्हणजे तुम्ही 10 वर्षाचे असाल, 15 वर्षाचे, 50 वर्षाचे, 80 वर्षाचे, तरी रोज सकाळी उठून म्हणायला पाहिजे माय बेस्ट इज यट टू कम. हा मला त्यांनी धडा दिला. तसा माझ्या आईने दिला. तो धडा वेगळ्याने आला, कारण तिला काय झालं होतं की रोज ती नोकरीच्या ह्याच्यात असायची. आम्हाला 2 जगाची भ्रांत होती. ती मला आठवत होती, एका ह्याला गेली होती, कामाच्या रांगेत उभी होती आणि प्रार्थना समाज जवळ एक काँग्रेस हाऊस म्हणून आहे तिकडे होती. आणि तिची टर्न आल्यावर तिला हे टर्न डाऊन केलं, कारण ते म्हटले 3rd स्टँडर्ड पास पाहिजे मिनिमम. तिच्याकडे सर्टिफिकेट नव्हतं. आता 3rd स्टँडर्डचं कोणाकडे असतं सर्टिफिकेट? ते खोटं बोलता आलं असतं, पण आयुष्यात तिने कधी खोटं बोललं नाही. आणि तेच आम्हाला तिने शिकवलं, कधी खोटं बोलायचं नाही म्हणून. पण परत येताना ती म्हणाली, हा माझा हे का झाला, अपमान का झाला? कारण मी शिकलेली नाहीये. तर मी माझ्या मुलाला एवढं शिकवणार की मला माहिती नाही किती आहे ते. पण मग मी SSC झालो, इंटर सायन्स झाल्यावर BKM झालो, युनिव्हर्सिटी मधनं, जिथे मी आता स्वतः तिकडचा चान्सलर आहे, मला अभिमान वाटतो. आणि ते झाल्यानंतर मी म्हटलं आता संपलं बरं का, आता मी तिने पीएचडी आहे म्हणून शोधून काढलं होतं, पीएचडी करायला लावलं. पीएचडी झाला म्हटलं आता मी संपलं, नाही म्हणायला लागेल, तिने पोस्ट डॉक्टर शोधून काढलं. हे दोन्ही बघा, गुरूंनी मला महत्वाकांक्षा दाखवली, वाट दाखवली, माझ्या आईने मला महत्वाकांक्षा आणि वाट दाखवली. या दोघांनी एकत्र काम करणं फार महत्वाचं आहे. आणि आता तर डिजिटल लर्निंग मध्ये काय झालेलं आहे की पूर्वी तुमच्या शाळेत मुलं आली की तुमचा ताबा असायचा त्यांच्यावर, आता तुमचा ताबा त्यांच्यावर नाहीये, त्यांचा ताबा पालकांचा आहे त्या ठिकाणी. आणि पालकांनी त्याच्यामध्ये ते पार्टिसिपेट करणं आता जास्त महत्वाचं होणार आहे. आणि ते होणार बघा आता तुम्ही जसं आपण, आणि म्हणून ते पेरेंट टीचर्स असोसिएशन आपण वर्षातनं एकदा भेटतो वगैरे तसं नाही चालणार हो. हे असोसिएशन रोज व्हायला पाहिजे, पेरेंट टीचर असोसिएशन. जसं मी मगाशी म्हणणार होतो शिक्षक दिन हा फक्त 5 सप्टेंबरला का, माझ्या मते तर रोज शिक्षक दिन असायला पाहिजे, कारण रोज शिकतो आपण टिल द लास्ट डे. सरस्वती पूजा ही शेवटच्या दिवसापर्यंत करायची असते.
तर एक शेवटचा प्रश्न आहे, मिसेस मीना अय्यर, कृष्णा भेगडे स्कूल. मीना, प्लीज.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it is my honor to talk to you. And I have already also read your Shaping Young Minds as a part of your write-up, Mind versus Mindset.
Yes, yes.
Yes, this extract has appeared in the old syllabus of 10th standard. So I still remember many of the topics which you discussed just now.
Yes.
So my point is, today's generation is very smart. They are techno-savvy and talented, and many of them, but many of them are not interested in academics. So how can we make them use their skill, intelligence in academics, which will make them more smarter and channelized? Because we have coding now where it encourages more video games to be played. But I fail to see how that will encourage them to study.
Yes, no, that's a very good question, by the way. In fact, there are a lot of characteristics of a young which need to be corrected, by the way. For example, they want instant success. And I
Yes.
always tell them, like instant coffee, there is no instant success. And I always tell them, I have worked hard 24/7, day after day, month after month, year after year. Like this is not the only lecture. I have 3 more lectures, by the way, today. So we have to give them these new this thing. Now, in terms of new skills that you talk about, see what is going to happen is that we have some standardized notions, like this knowledge that you see in the books that I have here, etc., that has been captured. But what is happening is that the knowledge and new skills are developing so quickly, as a matter of fact, that we'll have to restart thinking in terms of the way we do. For example, you talked about coding. That's a very important question, by the way. And the question is, at what stage you should start coding? Artificial intelligence. At what stage you should start? You know what China has done? Artificial intelligence has been introduced in primary schools. Coding has been introduced in primary schools. So our standard way of thinking, chemistry, physics, biology, all this course, etc., will go away as sort of we move. And we should be prepared for that, basically. That means the very definition of what skills, because skills are for doing certain jobs or creating something, and that is why I earlier told you that people are not looking at this thing now, whether you have a degree or not. Even non-degree with those attributes are getting sort of admitted. So I think there has to be enormous amount of that particular flexibility. The new education policy does talk about certain flexibility, but the way things are changing, it has to go way beyond. Way beyond.
सर, एक लास्ट टीचरचा परत फोन येतोय.
11:30 I have.
ओके सर, आमचं एक छोटीशी गिफ्ट आम्हाला द्यायची इच्छा आहे. मी आमच्या संस्थेचे सर्व अध्यक्ष माननीय कृष्णाजी भेगडे सर यांना विनंती करतो की सर ती गिफ्ट सरांना दाखवा.
एक मिनिट.
हा सर, प्लीज.
एक मिनिट. मी मेसेज पाठवतो त्यांना 5 मिनिटं उशिरा करा म्हणून. तो शेवटचा प्रश्न जिथे सारखा फोन येतोय ते सांगा मला, मी उत्तर देतो. मी त्यांना मेसेज करतो.
येस. सौ सुनीता सुरेश कुलकर्णी, सरस्वती विद्या मंदिर.
हो, थँक्यू सर. नमस्कार सर.
सरांना वेळ
हो
नाही.
हो हो. शासनाने होऊ घातलेले नवीन शैक्षणिक धोरणानुसार बदलत्या शिक्षण प्रणालीत संस्कृतला महत्त्व प्राप्त होईल असे जाणवत आहे. ते नुसतीच आयुर्वेद, जर्मन व संगणकाला उपयुक्त न राहता या भाषेला जागतिक दर्जा मिळावा यासाठी शिक्षकांचं योगदान कसं असावं सर?
नाही, संस्कृत मी शिकलो बरं का. मी
हम्म.
स्वतः संस्कृत शिकलो. संस्कृत मला फार आवडायचं आणि संस्कृत ही म्हणजे कमालीची हे आहे. आपण जगाच्या पुढे होतो त्याच्यामध्ये. जे आपल्याला 10 वाक्यात लिहिता येतं ते 10 शब्दात, 5 शब्दात संस्कृतमध्ये आपण करू शकतो. कळलं की नाही? तर माझ्या मते त्याला योग्य दर्जा तर मिळाला पाहिजे, पण त्याचा हा वापर सुद्धा व्हायला पाहिजे. कारण जसं मगाशी आपण कोडिंग म्हणालो ना, कळलं की नाही? त्याच्यामध्ये
हो, हो.
लॉजिक असतं, हे असतं. तर सर्व भाषा ह्या लॉजिकवर आहेत, बरं का? तर हे उर्दू आहे, हे संस्कृत आहे, हे मराठी आहे वगैरे तसं नाही. लॉजिक काय आहे त्याच्या मागचं? आणि इनफॅक्ट ह्याच्यासाठी तर आधी काही वर्षापूर्वी म्हटलं होतं, की कम्प्युटर कोर्ससाठी संस्कृत ही सगळ्यात उत्तम भाषा आहे. पण ते झालं नाही त्याच्यानंतर. कारण आपण ते चॅम्पियनिंग सर्व व्हायला पाहिजे तसं केलं नाही. आणि आपल्याला कल्पना आहे, मी ती जी ट्रॅडिशनल नॉलेज डिजिटल लायब्ररी जी मी केली म्हणजे माझ्या सहकार्याने केली. जवळजवळ 3 कोटी पानांची. त्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही संस्कृत सगळं कॅप्चर करून त्यातलं जे ज्ञान आहे, कळलं की नाही, ते जगाला अवलंबून करून दिलेलं आहे. 3 कोटी पानं. आणि हे अद्भुत आहे. म्हणून आणि हा आपला देशाचा हा ठेवा आहे. कळलं का? हा असा हे करता कामा नये.
सर खूप
बरं.
खूप
धन्यवाद.
सर मनापासून धन्यवाद देतो सर्व टीचर्सचे.